Well, folks, here's a story hot off the presses. On Debka.com. Headline news. Jordan's intel tags Hezbollah for Temple Mount terror. The Israeli police, Thursday, July 20th, released a videotape recording the movements of terrorists headed for the murderous attack they committed on the Temple Mount 6 days ago when they shot dead 2 Israeli border guard police officers. The film shows not 3 but 4 men who carefully stepped away from each other before entering the Al-Aqsa Mosque. There, the 3 gunmen were handed their weapons by the 4th Confederate, who made his escape among the crowds of worshippers exiting the mosque. The police published a video Thursday ahead of Muslim Friday prayers, which brings tens of thousands of worshippers to Al-Aqsa as a reminder that the crime committed was a terrorist attack staged by Muslims at Islam's 3rd most sacred site, not the metal detectors Israel which installed for its safety. To drown this truth out, the Palestinians and Waqf officials have been raising a worldwide uproar over those detectors, as though nothing else happened to make them necessary. The investigation going forward has established that the terrorists were far from amateurs. They acted coolly, with professional precision, and were clearly highly trained and familiar with the terrain. It was a skilled terrorist cell that assaulted a holy shrine to 3 world faiths. Even the absence of any claim of responsibility for the attack is a clue, especially since none of Israel's investigators, be they the police, security, authorities, or intelligence agencies, have so far thrown any light on the identity of the hand behind the cell. However, Debka Files intelligence and counterterrorism sources report that Jordanian and Saudi officials, Saudi intelligence services, have come to the conclusion that the attack was the work of a Hezbollah-run cell on orders from Iran. One of Hezbollah's signatures is the absence of any claim of responsibility. On July 18, 2012, a suicide bomber blew himself up on a bus carrying Israeli tourists at a Bulgarian resort of the Burgas, killing 5 Israelis and the Bulgarian driver, injuring 32. No organization has ever claimed this attack. Israeli intelligence uncovered evidence that it was orchestrated by Hezbollah, but was never able to lay hands on the perpetrators. The difference this time was that the 3 gunmen on the Temple Mount had no intention of committing suicide. They did not expect the Israeli police detail to react quickly enough to gun them down, but had meant to elude pursuit by fleeing to safety into Al-Aqsa Mosque. There they planned either to escape through ancient subterranean tunnels leading outside the old city walls, or barricade themselves inside the cavernous mosque for a long shootout with Israeli police. Jordanian intelligence circles suspect that the Temple Mount attack was linked to the U.S.-Russian deal for ceasefire zones in the southwest Syria, right up to the borders of Jordan and Israel. Both governments have demanded the exclusion of Iranian and Hezbollah forces from these zones. That's both the Jordanian and Israeli forces. Governments have demanded the exclusion of Iran and Hezbollah from these zones. Tehran found an answer to this demand by demonstrating that its Lebanese proxy is capable of reaching deep inside Israel without recourse to external territory, because Hezbollah not only maintains a presence in Daraa and the Syrian Golan, but has planted terror networks inside Israel and Jordan. The pro-Iranian terror group has long been suspected of recruiting networks in some Israeli Arab communities by striking Temple Mount. Iran and Hezbollah targeted both Israel and Jordan, which claims religious custodianship of its mosques. Now, this is just one more proof that war with Lebanon, Hezbollah, and eventually Iran, well, the Iran war will be with the northern invasion, but the Lebanon Hezbollah war is coming next, folks. Let there be no doubt. I heard reports that Israel is now posting, 3 more battalions at the Temple Mount for extra protection. They're planning on rioting tomorrow. And this was all orchestrated by Hezbollah and Iran, according to Saudi Arabia and Jordan. Prepare yourselves and realize that I believe our time is up, just like I have been saying. The 77s of Daniel 9 are finished. There is no reason why Jehovah would not, or there's no reason why he would delay. He says over and over again in the prophets that he is going to come on the appointed time. So this time was appointed from the beginning. There will be no deviation. I will stay on top of the news, and if I see any more interesting things, I will do a video on them and give my opinion. Meantime, I'm signing out.